What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of the Game Changers Podcast. It's your boy Known G. I'm in here with Mayor Socrates and Boss Man Jay, and we back at with y'all tonight with some more Epstein Files news. Now, Ghislaine Maxwell, her father Robert Maxwell, was the owner of Life Touch, the photography company that takes pictures of the children at the schools for their yearbooks, and a lot of people
all across the world.
So a lot of schools here in America have denounced Life Touch as their primary photo carrier, I should say, for their schools, taking pictures of kids. So this goes,
How deep is this? How deep is this gonna go? Because if these people got photos of all the kids, since when? All the kids that went missing and like this puts a whole nother view on a lot of different shit, bruh. Like, this needs to have some kind of investigation attached to it. This has to be deeper than, because there's no way this guy is in that circle and being in that position of power to where he has control over the visual of so many young children without us even knowing.
Yeah, it's scary.
Maybe this is how they were selecting them.
It has to be. I mean, they obviously sat down and thought about this. Robert Maxwell and these other conspirers and billionaires and these elitists sat down and came up with, well, I mean, we could just buy a photography company and go into the schools and take the pictures and get the contract with the schools to take the pictures of the kids. So now you have, and I'm pretty sure when you allow those companies to take pictures of your kids, they have all of they're allowed to, because you probably sign your consent over to allow.
Yeah, you sign a waiver. Yeah,
you sign a waiver to give your consent for these companies to hold these pictures of your children. So it was probably nothing for these guys to just skim through the book, like Mayor Socrates said, and select kids they wanted to traffic.
What are the odds that the lady Ghislaine Maxwell, who's caught up in this whole Epstein thing as the main, recruiter lady or main madam of his organization, what are the odds that she's the daughter of a guy who owns a photography company specializing in kids mostly? Like, this is going too deep at this point. This stuff is all. If it's this deep, it means it goes deeper. If it's this deep, it
really
goes
does,
deeper.
because, and it was also said that he was a Israeli spy.
Yeah.
So,
And that brings a whole nother side of this, because Jeffrey Epstein was playing Fortnite from Israel.
and it said he was, they also said Epstein was a Israeli spy too. And they said that Ghislaine Maxwell's father was a AAA.
Allegedly.
So this shit goes deep, and then like think about how all this shit goes back full circle, bro. So Epstein was a financier. Ghislaine Maxwell ended up marrying him, and her father took all the pictures and the schools across the world. And all of a sudden, Epstein is a child trafficker. So how did he, like, this? All this shit just ties in together, and it's weird how it all comes back to this. All these people, all these elite people, have access to kids like that.
That's such a scary thing because they went. How many schools did they go into over the years? The thousands of schools they went into, all the places they went, took pictures of, how many public schools just within America, private schools, were affected and compromised by this man's company.
How many children were trapped, possibly?
And it's crazy because they had America in a chokehold, bro. Like they were the only one taking pictures. And think about it now. This one company is taking pictures at schools all over the world. How does one company get all of that? No competition.
Well, there probably was competition in other countries, but America, for sure. They definitely had a chokehold in America. And shout out to Calvary. She said they have kids' names and addresses, parents' info. That's the scary part about this. So, what if? You hate to think like that, but what if?
But I mean, when you think about it, this is how it was so easy for them to find kids. This shows you. This is why it was so easy for you to go into a Walmart or go into a store where they show where missing kids. It's so easy to see why so many kids are end up missing now, bro. You had a whole network that could basically tell you where a kid went to school at. If you know where they went to school at, then you'll probably end up figuring out, obviously, who the kids are, who the parents are.
Zip codes, financial information.
Where would they go after school? Where are they going to frequent at? Where are they going to be? Who are their siblings? Who are their other friends that are kids? Who are those parents? So you have people that may know everything about you and you know nothing about them. Like, how scary is that? And they're tied to your government. They're tied to your government agency. Because even if they're not politicians or working within a government agency, they have people within politics or people that are in government agencies that work hand in hand with them.
And it's crazy, like, so all those random kids that was being snatched up and never found, never seen again, probably wasn't so random.
And you spoke about the law enforcement agencies, and this is a bit of a joke, I saw on the internet where they're locking up the redaction. No clear person. They don't want to, it could damage the system. Pam Bondi says it would collapse the system if these people were brought to justice. So for now,
she's probably in those files.
They're redacted. So in this photo, we just gonna arrest the redactions. That's what we're doing in America now.
Yeah. Because we can't tell you who did it and who was really behind it. We just gonna have to show you this big black spaced out figure, and we're gonna have to guess.
And that's scary, bro. And they want us to trust them.
And we know there ain't no.
You really don't know who you can trust anymore, man, because they won't release no names. So
well, do y'all feel like the government is corrupt, or do you feel like it's infected from inside? Do we have a shadow government?
Oh yeah. They show us what they want to show us. Clearly, I mean, the Epstein file shows that they're gonna only show us what they want to show us with all these redacted files, just like you said, and them showing people that are redacted, but not showing us the actual people who's doing things. So we clearly have a shadow government. Clearly, we have people in the dark making moves, helping these corporations out to do whatever they want to do, helping out foreign countries. We already know which foreign country that our main foreign country that people just go and we went and helped and do anything for. That is Israel.
And would that be the same one that's connected to Robert Maxwell and Epstein? Like that same government?
Exactly.
That's interesting.
Because they're agents. They're coming out of that country out of as agents for those countries to do their bidding, to do their work. And America is their BITCH, if you would like to call it.
Because we got non-Americans that have all this power in America. Robert Maxwell, Jeffrey Epstein,
yep.
Israelite that has more power than most Americans.
Not Israelite. He's
Israeli.
Israeli, not Israelite.
Israelis, they have more power in our country than America.
And I mean, it's clear as day. So that life touch, to get back to that, that
Robert
life
Maxwell
touch and Robert Maxwell and just the Epstein files and what it played, what's that play with human trafficking and child trafficking. It's made. I know we had an article that kind of broke it down a little bit more, but multiple states have removed life touch from their schools. Where I'm located at, I've seen people on my social media say that they have denounced them for taking pictures of their children, and they need to be removed from the schools.
Yeah, I'm seeing this right here, Noam. It says U.S. parents boycott school photo giant Life Touch over links to Epstein associate and alleged child rapist Leon Black. Schools across the U.S. are dropping Life Touch, the nation's largest school photography provider, following the release of court documents linking the company's indirect owner to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Parents and school administrators in New Jersey, Arizona, and California have suspended or canceled annual Picture Day events. The decision stems from concerns over Leon Black, co-founder of Apollo Global Management, which acquired Life Touch's parent company Shutterfly in 2019. A review of the Epstein documents by Geopolitics Prime found one transaction referencing Life Touch $106.70 debit card purchase. The card holder is not identified, and there is no evidence linking the transaction to any criminal activity. The photography company was founded 90 years ago and was acquired by Shutterfly in 2018, a year before Apollo's purchase. Black stepped down as Apollo's CEO in March 2021. Life Touch has stated that the controversy is based on misinformation and claims its partnership with the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children proves it's trustworthy. But in 2006, Ghislaine Maxwell received the NCMEC's Spirit of Hope Award at a Los Angeles gala, personally presented by then U.S. Attorney General Alberto Gonzales. So it goes deep and it goes up the chain.
But she was even getting awards, and they were over there using those pictures clearly to, like I said, do their human trafficking, do their child trafficking.
But the crazy thing is, bro, they actually had people who was out here doing this for them. Like, think about it. This man is a pilot. I'm speaking of Epstein's pilot, was a pilot. So how did that conversation go between him and Epstein for him to start paying people in Brazil for their kids? Like, how did that conversation start? Oh, you're not just my pilot, but I'm gonna need you to do something else for me too. take the plane anytime you want and fill up with little kids and bring them back to the island.
And you're referencing the Epstein pilot that recently got arrested in Brazil, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, these people were willing to, and you're a pilot, so you're not starving. You have a career, and you're willing to jeopardize that and your family to do something that's against your morals. Maybe it wasn't, but to do something like that and still, go along with life like nothing happened.
Seu Sérgio, você tá com mandado de prisão, tá? Você sabe o motivo já? Não? A gente tá com mandado, a gente te acompanha lá só pra poder liberar aqui, tá bom? Por favor.
Lock his ass up. It took y'all long enough to get him.
He don't even look worried. Come on, it look like he don't give a fuck. Like, I knew it was coming.
Look like he's dead already.
On camera.
Crazy,
man. It's just insane how deep this shit can go. For 90 years?
And if this man come up, something happened to him, or if he somehow get out, because hey,
I'm about to say, Daddy Trump
passing pardons. We are passing pardons around here.
That motherfucker passing them bitches like passing pardons out like Oak was giving away cars to the audience.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not hating. I'm not hating on the guys who getting pardoned, because some of these people shouldn't have been in jail this long anyway. But the timing is suspicious. Usually presidents wait until their, last couple of weeks to start pardoning people.
Yeah.
So, of course, this president is not traditional. So, who knows what to expect? But yeah, the pictures, the people who taking the damn pictures of the kids are in that club. PDFs. So y'all tell us what y'all think in the comments, man.
Wow, bro. Every kid in the world that had access to them.
And these are well-established companies, man, putting their names on the line for this foolishness. Shout out T-Beck in the comments. He said Trump was not a co-conspirator. He is an accomplice. It's time to remove him and push anyone out the way that tries to stop us. I think we're all in agreement with that, brother T-Beck. Because how did we get here? Or has it always been this bad and we just have too much information nowadays?
I was like, it's too easy to find out stuff now. When we were growing up, there was no internet, and when the internet did come out, it was dial up. It took you so damn long to get on the website, you gave up after about 2 or 3 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean, law enforcement is basically a joke in America nowadays, right? Because it's crazy, they'll shoot down these unarmed civilians and protect PDFs.
They said that paycheck got to still keep coming. So if they say they sold for some money and go out and do silly shit like this, man, and what can we do?
There's not too much that we can if we don't come together as a country, like we saying on the last show. If we don't come together as one people, man, to take down what's going on. I mean, it's just going to continue to go on. Like I said, the Epstein story is being told. The people that are within those files, these things are being told. But I mean, when you just to go back to the Life Touch company and the pictures, when we know that they're taking pictures of your children, where do we draw the line on worrying about what party somebody's a part of? I mean, they're within these schools. Like, who cares about that at that point? I mean, these vulnerable kids, non-consenting children that aren't developed, that babies that are supposed to be, brought up in this world so they can become strong men and women, and and be able to enjoy their life when they become adults, have that robbed from them by these evil perpetrators. So who cares about party lines at that point? We shouldn't care about that stuff at that point. We're talking about human life. We're talking about mankind. You know what I mean? Like the human race. We want our kids to grow up to be great people and to have great lives, and so they can have their own families. And we want people to be able to live life and enjoy life. We don't want our children to become up traumatized. And then we try to normalize being traumatized by these evil people trying to come up with certain terminology so they can go mess with children, or it's okay to do this, or we're not really like that. We're just we got traumatized ourselves. Like, no, man, we gotta nip this shit in the butt with people really keeping it real and people who really have heart and a moral code. Because these motherfuckers don't got it, man. They don't have it.
Man, they selling themselves out for this money that's evaporating in your fucking hand, losing value every fucking day. The system is falling. It's just falling slowly. And the veil has been lifted. I feel like a lot of more people are aware of what's going on. Don't have the answer to what's gonna be enough. What's gonna be the tipping point in America? Because we've been all over normal standards of decency in America. That's out the window at this point.
That's gone.
Your president is throwing racial slurs across the internet, basically trying to run for a third term, I'm assuming, or do away with terms as a whole. He wants to just be a dictator. Yeah.
I mean, that's what he really wants. He's stated that.
He ain't running for another term. He's trying to get rid of the election altogether, so he can be last.
I mean, that's probably the only way he doesn't end up in cuffs. Because as soon as he's out, he's back on trial like he was the first time. As soon as Trump went out, they went immediately into prosecuting his ass. So his only bet is to hold on to power, with everything he's got.
You don't really have a choice.
Oh, shout out Mike Cookie back. He said, "Who do you think killed Maxwell's father?"
Yeah, it's a big story behind it. They was trying to say that it was something to do with him being a spy. That he was a triple agent, so they say. So alleged. But yeah, there was a mystery behind his death.
Hey, shout out Mike Cookie coming with the story in the comments. He says Epstein's net worth went from 72 million to 572 million after Maxwell's father was killed in the ocean. Dang. And he says Maxwell's father stole his company's pension worth 500 million. If you get the clue, you get what I'm putting together here, bud. Shout out Mike Cookie, man. Yeah, we appreciate you, Mike Cookie. but I think it's clear as day.
Oh yeah.
But again, where's the line?
When it comes to them, there is no line. There's only a line. The line is only for the ones who are not elite, people like us. That's where the line is wrong. We don't have enough money.
And just to go back to what I said earlier, if we can't come together once after you hear that, Robert Maxwell owned this Life Touch company, taking pictures of children for decades. I mean, you guys you're not putting two and two together that these people were using that company to get in contact and get their hands on children. So it's like, how is nobody upset about this? Like, how and nobody upset about this? And you would think that Trump obviously knew about this. He knew that. Like, he knew who owned that company. Way before he was president. I'm pretty sure he knew all of that. They took pictures. Like, just the information that people have of the unknown things that the general public does not know, right? Because somebody like Trump has been in the know, not just when he was president. Time. Yeah, but he's been a part of an elite family and been connected to elite people and the man's almost 80 years old. So, I mean, and he's been in these rooms at least since he was in his teens, early 20s. It might not be where he was the power mover in the room, but best believe he was connected, just like his son Barron is today. His son Barron might not be the big power mover in the room, but don't think that young man ain't moving millions of dollars around and ain't connected with people himself. That was Trump, 60 years ago, the same thing. You know what I mean? So you got to think, this man been connected to major power players for 60 plus years at least of his life.
Yep.
And so.
And we know his personality at this point. We know the type of guy he is. So
pure asshole, pure scumbag.
Like at 80, it's hard to hide who you are at 80.
At 80, like, you're gonna be who you are. You know what I mean? It is who it is at this point. There's no going back. Like, you're one step away from being put 6 feet under. You know what I mean? Like, Trump don't got that much longer. That's the thing. Like, Trump don't got that much longer, and they probably got such a crazy medical staff keeping that man alive. Like, jeez.
And it's just funny because he was just calling Biden old.
My bro,
and he's not fit for office.
My bro, you're 80. What are we talking about? And there's all the rumors of him that he shits himself all day and night, and he wears diapers. That's been going around as well.
What are the odds that some of his guys get pulled in this and get actually arrested and brought to justice? Because it's not looking good when you got the head of DHS saying that if these guys are brought to justice, the whole system would collapse.
Yeah.
America.
Yeah, I'm just really shocked by the Life Touch stuff, though. Honestly, man, I really am, and I think a lot of parents and just people around the country, if you're not on the side of justice for the victims, like Mayor Socrates been saying throughout the whole night, and if you're not on the side of what's right, and you can't put your political views, your religious views, your
personal feelings,
about whatever it may be, if you can't put those aside for the greater good of humanity right now, then you're the problem. You're the problem, man, because this is why those people in the Epstein files feel safe to do what they do, because they know that certain people will not go up against them because they worship certain people like their God himself. Trump is one of them. You might as well say Epstein was at one point, depending on the circles and the people that knew him. And then the general public is even making jokes about Epstein like he's that guy. They're using AI, and I've seen so many different things and people using him like he's like it's just a joke about what he did. It ain't even real. Like, you know, he's actually that guy. Like I want to be like Epstein. Like, it's kind of going around like that online in certain groups. So like, yeah, man, we got some issues in America for sure, man. Yeah, we got some sick people. We got some issues, and here at the Game Changers podcast, man, we just trying to bring it to the light, man. We just trying to bring it to the light.
Yeah, because I haven't heard about that anywhere else. You were telling me about. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
Not the guy who owns the company that takes pictures of the kids being linked to the PDF ring, but it show you how deep this shit go. So when people try to call you crazy for you conspiracy theorist, like no one said before, you the fucking problem. You the fucking problem, bro. This shit is happening
in
in the
real
world.
Yeah, in real time too, because every day it's getting wilder. Like, we'll get out this show tonight, wake up in the morning tomorrow, get online, and something else will break. Another crazy story will break about something. Like, it's not going like this thing. We're not reversing. It's not like things are just calming down and we're just seeing these rainbows in the sky and butterflies and it's all good. Everything is good now. Like, no, we getting farther and farther into the dark side, man. We getting farther and farther in the dark side. Like,
The system is collapsing, and it should collapse if it's so corrupt where we're protecting PDFs. It should collapse.
yeah, that means we're at the. We got to be getting close. We getting close. We getting close to God flooding this shit again, man. About to flood
Something.
this shit again.
How much more? Because let's say 10 years ago, if you told your past self that it would be like this, that would even sound outlandish. Now go back 30 years, 40 years, where, you know, there was a time where you couldn't show women's, you know, kneecaps on TV. Like, we came from such a conservative society to our president is primetime, you know, entertainment at this point.
Yeah.
Entertainment and corruption, some would say. Some would say corruption. He is enriching his family and his buddies and the rest of the elite. So, you know, we just gonna call it down the middle, man. We're not on here trying to campaign for the Democrats. We're not campaigning for either side, but we talking about PDFs right now.
Yeah, just straight up.
Let's put
like,
that to the side.
Yeah, we're not. And I saw, you know, online they always got like street interviews and, you know, people asking people questions. A lot of content creators just ask people certain questions for their content. And I seen one of these street interviews, and the guy asked the guy, he's like, yeah, so what job has become a joke? And nobody really takes it serious or thinks, you know, it once was taken as a serious job and people really respected it, but nobody really cares for it now and don't respect it. Well, so, you know, the dude, he couldn't really think of nothing. He was just like, and he said, I forget the answer he had, but it was like a real bland, he said Amazon worker.
Mm-hmm.
So he didn't really have a good, you know, I'm like, okay, all right. They kind of needed everybody use these damn companies to get stuff. So I don't know. That really wasn't a good answer. But in my mind, when he said that, I was like, politician. I was like, politician all the way, bro. Like, how you not say politician? a politician is definitely number one on the list. This is a position when you were young as a kid, and they told, like, when I was in school, they told us write your senator when you want something, or when you think something needs to be changed, write your senator, and all this and other. So and then you in social studies or civics class, and they teaching you about all the branches of government, and what's a governor, what's a senator, and they breaking all this stuff down. So in your mind as a child, and I believe most children, they will look at government as something that's important, and people that are within government to be important people that help our society run, and and make us have some type of checks and balances within our society. But as we've gotten to this point in American history, politicians are nowhere, shape, and form looked at as important people. Because imagine you being a kid now going to school, being in the 6th, 7th grade, and you're in government class, and you got to learn about politicians. But then your parents are at home, or you might have a phone, you might have a smartphone, I don't know, depending on your age. You might have a phone, and you can see on your own phone that the same politicians they're telling you about to look up to and that they're helping with society, they're messing with kids your age. They're messing with you. They're messing with the kids in your classroom. These grown men, these grown women, these sickos is messing with you. And they're going to tell you that politicians are important people.
Or trustworthy. Somebody who should be revered. It's like,
be revered. I should be able to go tell them my problems. If I got a problem in my neighborhood because this criminal, I should go be able to tell you that these criminals are messing my neighborhood up. Not knowing that politician you talking to is the real criminal. And they're the reason why your neighborhood is fucked up. Because they the ones that passing all this shit to allow your neighborhood to be fucked up.
Shout out Thomas Lear in the comments. Thomas Lear, obviously a MAGA supporter. He said, thank Trump. You can read it right there. But yeah, politicians are gentle liars. Right?
Not Donald Trump.
They massage the lie. But no, Donald Trump's a new breed. He's a different breed, definitely. But as it pertains to these PDFs, bruh, this does not look good on Trump either. Trump, this is, this should be the end of you. But of course, you're sitting in the seat of power right now, and what is somebody in his position gonna do? He's gonna cling to power with everything he's got. Again, so it'll be interesting how this turns out, and where's the line? What's the breaking point for the American people? Yeah, will it be 2028?
We shall see. Like we said on our earlier show, Trump still basically has 3.5 years left. Unless he's impeached or something happens where he's, J.D. Vance comes into the picture as the president because he can't be president anymore. He passes away or whatever. But like we were saying in the last show as well, the midterms is coming up. It's not looking too good for the right. Because of how wild Trump has been in his first year as presidency. And, yeah, man, we'll
see what these next 3 years hold. Hey, y'all like, share, and subscribe to the TGC podcast. Tell a friend and tell a friend. And we'll catch y'all right back here next time. Peace.
Peace.